going on, y'all? It's Tezzy, baby. You know people be singing hard as hell when their eyes be closed and their neck be shaking. That's how I just hit y'all. It's Tezzy, baby. Alright, y'all. It's Friday, so you know I'm coming with some fire. Today, on Cortez Mack TV, this is what I got lined up. Some news, including what's going on with Donald Glover, Saweetie, the people over in England. It's a lot. It's a whole little vibe. So you just need to go ahead and settle in so that you get your news from me. And after that, we're going into an interview with my homie Chaunsey Jackson. He's a dope songwriter here in Atlanta who I have known since high school, maybe even middle school. However long I've known him, he's always been creative. He's always been someone who I've just respected him for how cool, calm, and collected he is. And today he's gonna talk about, in part 1 of 2, you gotta come back for part 2. You always gotta come back for part 2. So in part 1 and 2 today, he's gonna talk about his journey to a stronger and more sound state of mental health, I guess you can say, as well as some things that he's working on with his songwriting. It's gonna be great, y'all. Two black men just sitting down, chopping it up in an open and honest conversation. You love to see it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it today. But before we get to that, let's talk about this week's news. Let's go. The news this week: congratulations are in order for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's right. That's hard to say. Sussex. Congratulations are in order for Harry and Meghan as they are expecting baby numero dos. And I support it because I'm all for Meghan Markle sprinkling pepper up in that salt in the royal family and the royal palace and giving them just a little bit of flavor over there. It's like the real life version of Bridgerton with her up in the place to be. And so I just really support their love, and I really, really love their relationship. And I feel like Harry holds her down. So shout out to them. And baby number 2 is gonna be as awesome and amazing as baby number 1. It's gonna be a whole event. So y'all just stay tuned for that. Let's move on to one of my favorite actors and what he has going on right now, and that is Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. If you are like me, Atlanta is on your must-watch, cannot miss list, and you are just sitting and biding your time and waiting for the next season, which is coming, y'all. They say it's coming. We just have to be patient. But while we wait, Donald Glover is gifting us with a new Amazon series where he is going to be starring in a reenact, or I guess you could say a reboot of sorts, of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Y'all let that sink in. And I know that people say like Hollywood is just unoriginal right now and everything is rebooted or revisioned or repurposed, but if anybody can make that role his own and make it interesting, I think that Donald Glover can do so. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm excited to see what he can do, but I know it's going to be great. And he's going to bring a whole different element in terms of humor and just little nuances that I can pair with him in an action role. That's going to be so dope. So if you're listening to the beat playing right now, y'all recognize it's my best friend. Yeah, real bad bit. I love that song. Saweetie and Doja definitely did their thing with that. And Saweetie did her thing with promoting that song by gifting best friend boxes to a lot of different celebrities in the game. So you had people like Issa Rae who got a gift box. You got Tay Money, one of my favorite rappers out of Dallas. Her box was lit. So I actually saw where she posted hers on Instagram, and she had like some honey jack, some tequila. She got some retro Nikes. All kind of stuff was in her bag. It was just really, really lit. And so for Saweetie to do that, I feel like she is definitely a master of promotion and a master of networking and a master of keeping her name out there, y'all. You know she on this right now. Saweetie is really doing her thing in the game. Like that's a dream interview. Saweetie, if you ever watch this, come on, what's up? I'll come to the West Side and look, I just put my W up. I'll come and I'll interview you. I'll come to you, boo. Make it happen. Moving on, y'all. And this piece of news is very, very near and dear to my heart because I am a reality show fan to the death of me. And Love and Hip Hop is one of my favorites. And Hollywood is probably my favorite of the franchises. So it came out recently in an interview with April Jones where she said that she only did Love and Hip Hop to clear up gay rumors about Omarion. Now, first off, April, you already was on my shit list for what you did with Fizz. Fizz, you on my shit list for what you did with April too. I still love y'all, but that just wasn't cool to me. That her whole falling out with Paris and Zell on Love and Hip Hop, and just a few other things that I saw that I just really, April lost me as a fan on the show. I know she's dope outside of it, but on the show, they really have her in a villain light. And Omarion is just one of the most likable celebrities in the game. Like, I never hear people say bad stuff about him. Everybody says that he's so zen and chill. And for her to, do that, I don't know. I feel like he's not gonna react, and I don't think he'll say anything. But I just feel like it's at a point now. April, just hush. You're a beautiful woman. You're a great mother. You can sing. Do something else besides keeping your name out there in this way. It's not cute, and it's not you. I feel like it's not you. Like, she has changed so much since we first met her on Love and Hip Hop. That's the news for this week. Y'all stay tuned. My voice is cracking. I'm so excited. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just going through the change. Stay tuned for my interview this week with my guest, Chaunsey Jackson, songwriter extraordinaire. It's so dope. Y'all know this week's guest is my boy, Chaunsey. He is a creative, a dope, talented songwriter, along with somebody who I follow his journey in terms of meditation and just creativity in general, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm kind of excited about this interview, actually.
That's what's up. I mean, I'm always glad to have an excited guest but like I just said to them, you're somebody that I just feel like you have a lot of interesting things going on right now. So tell the people what you got going on right now.
Right now what I have going on is just been writing, man, just trying to get over 2020. It was a huge just punch to, just a lot of people's mental health, including my own, when it comes to anxiety and depression and being stuck in one place for long periods of time. So just learning how to cope with that and rebuilding from there. So just trying to getting back into the studio and writing and letting those things out. Also meditating and yoga and trying to get over those things through contemplative practices. So yeah.
I love it. And I feel like anxiety, depression, just mental health, and addressing it, that was a big thing in 2020 that honestly I feel like at least addressing it should continue in 2021. What did you learn about your own mental health last year that was most valuable to you?
I think I learned that anxiety isn't just a word. Mm-hmm. It's not just, it's really something that affects every part of your livelihood. Mm-hmm. No matter if you see it or not, it's really something that can take the wheel of your whole life and you just not notice it. From me being anxious with just me when I take a shower, like I take a quick shower and I'm like, why am I so anxious in the shower right now? And it's like, it's coming to this part of my life and it's coming to other parts of my life with how fast I eat my food. And I'm like, why am I so anxious? Why am I like rushing to do all of this stuff? So that's what it showed me.
Wow, I've never thought about life in that way, or those little moments that we do kind of rush through and don't just savor. So would you say that now you are kind of like in a state of maintenance or progression?
I think maintenance comes with the knowledge and understanding and just the building practice. I would say I'm in a state of, I would say progression, because I've learned the things that help with those issues, and I put them into practice, and now it's just like, okay, so now I'm developing and nurturing those things a whole lot more.
I like that. And so, like I said in that spectacular intro I gave you, my boy, y'all know what it is. So I said that you are a songwriter, and I feel like that, just that part of your creative, I guess you could say, self, is such a gift to the world. What led you to that?
Heartbreak, failure, songwriting was. For some reason, as men, we're not really able to express ourselves emotionally as much as our female counterparts. So when it comes to just my expression, I feel like that's the only way that I really could, speak about the things on my heart, and I was able to do it in a way where I could make it rhyme, and it just kind of worked out that way. Like the first song I wrote on my own, well, not on my own, the first song I wrote for myself was a heartbreak song, and it turned out it's like, man, people really gravitated towards it and appreciated it, and that's just wanted to be able to express myself, express my emotions.
I've always wanted to ask a songwriter this. What would you say is the hardest emotion to or what's the hardest emotional state to write a song in?
Any emotional state that you're afraid to be judged in. So if you have been through a lot of sadness in your life and you're afraid to live that truth out, then you're going to feel like, I don't want to talk about this, or even anger. Like mine is personally, I don't feel like I want to write a song out of anger or talking about like I don't like this person or anything like that. But that is a very true emotion that I have.
Yeah, and it's relatable.
And it's relatable.
Yeah. So
it's like that's what makes it hard. Whatever obstacle that you place in front of yourself as a songwriter that's the obstacle it's going to be. Yeah.
Alright, so what would you say is kind of your goal right now as a songwriter going forward?
To increase my catalog, man, tremendously. To be able to make some major placements. To have some revenue come in. You know what? It's not even at this point right now. It's not even about the revenue, because 2020 hit the music industry really, really hard, where people can tour or do anything. So I think my goal right now is to just fall back in love with the art and stop making it about money, stop making it about trying to make a hit, but just actually being and falling in love with the art of making music and just being in that flow.
All right, guys, and with that is a wrap for part 1 with Chaunsey. Y'all got to tune back in next Friday for part 2, where we go back into his discovery of his love of music, or his rediscovery of his love of music, and his gift to songwriting, and what he's about to do with it, all 2021. I'll see y'all next week, one of my interview with Chaunsey, and I hope that y'all enjoyed it. You got to come back next week as we talk about his songwriting process and the content that he likes to cover, along with his journey through therapy. And that conversation I'm still thinking about it right now, and I really want y'all to be a part of that next week. I do not want you to miss it, so make sure that you come back next Friday for part 2 with Chaunsey. As we get ready to wrap up this week's episode of Cortez Mack TV, I gotta give away this shiny, beautiful, glistening dollar store thumb to somebody. Somebody had the best week, and this week I feel it's only appropriate to give it to my girl Cardi, because she is the first woman to have 2 consecutive #1s on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Billboard chart. And that's big, because Cardi, this is yours. I'll put it down now. So I feel like that's a very big accomplishment for Cardi, because, she was somebody who a lot of people counted out. I have been following her since loving hip hop, and I remember on there when DJ Self didn't want to play her music and was saying that she wasn't going to be anything, and people just looked at her as like a typical reality star who would just make a little song here or there. But she is really out here showing, improving, and winning. So Drake is the only other artist to have this accomplishment, and his was back in 2016. So Cardi is winning. So WAP and Up were her 2 consecutive #1s, and she's had some other #1s as well. And I know that she's gonna have some more. So y'all definitely applaud Cardi B for winning this week. And that's gonna wrap up Cortez Mack TV. I will see you back here next Friday for a new episode. You don't wanna miss it. It's Cortez Mack TV. Let's go.